Hi, today we're going to talk about cat-cow. I've chosen this for our focus asana because it's very common to go into a dangerous place with cow. So first we're going to start with cat. Relatively simple. You're going to align your hips over your knees, your shoulders over your wrists, always protecting your wrists and your elbows and your shoulder joint. Keep a little bit of a bend there. Okay, don't ever lock yourself out. Okay, you're going to spread your fingers just like you would in downward dog, rolling your thumb, rolling your weight towards the balls of your thumb there. Okay, so that the eye of my elbow is facing inward. It's not out like this, it's facing inward. From there, I'm simply going to press away from the earth and up into my back. I'm extending. Okay. The most common thing from there is to go into cow. And the most common thing to do as you move into cow is just to drop your back like this. And you make this extreme arch in your spine. It's not natural. Our pelvis is tilted. You're really in a back bend here. That is actually very dangerous. You really don't want to go from that arch and then drop down into your back like that. There's a safer way to get into cow position that will give you a better release along your lower back and actually throughout your entire back. But it'll give you a better release here, and it'll also prep you into going into downward dog position. So from cat, where we're just pressing up and away, okay, instead of dropping our back, instead of thinking about dropping our back, I actually want you to pay attention to your knees. That's what we need to be paying attention to here. So what I do instead, or what you want to do instead of dropping your back, is you want to dig your knees into your mat. You want to dig them into the mat and away from each other. So if you have a line between your knees, it's like you're trying to pull the mat apart right at that line. Okay? So watch what happens when I go up into cat. Watch my pelvis. And as I dig my knees in, and I allow myself to come into cow, my pelvis does tilt, okay, but my back goes to a natural position. So I'm digging my knees in, I'm pulling my knees apart. So instead of coming down here, where I'm like, all like that, okay, I come up here, digging my knees in, pulling the mat apart, I come right here. This preps us perfectly for going into downward dog. As we press back, our pelvis stays in the right position, and then we come up into downward dog. There you have it, cat-cow. Namaste.